I'm no stranger to discourse, and today is no different. It's Pride Month, and it's the perfect time for me to take a stab at at that.
Adult themes.
A Pride discourse. Unfortunately, I don't think anyone is happy about this discussion. I'm not looking forward to the potential backlash and the least charitable interpretations of what I'm about to say.
There is only one thing worse than
Pride.
boom, a child. No.
Electric chair.
Which is illegal in Canada. Just saying.
Susan is definitely not happy about it. Please leave a like if you feed the algorithm. She might turn a blind eye to my gay little shenanigans. Thank you.
I love you.
You already know the drill, I guess. If you're uncomfortable with conversations of this nature, then now's your chance to click off. If you're still here, then hey. What's up, baby girl? Do you come here often? Yeah? Yeah, sweet. I'm gonna be real with you, I don't have a lot of experience with pride parades myself. The parades in my city are by no means small, but I know that in larger cities like Gothenburg and Stockholm, the parades are even bigger and even more crazy. That has nothing to do with gay people either. I just think big city people are very, very, very unhinged and very unwell. So do keep in mind that my experience might be tame. I don't know, like, yeah, I've probably seen a feminine presenting boob in the middle of June, but that's just another Tuesday, you know what I mean? Like, what's there to be mad about? It's a yeah, Karen, it's a
Big boobs? What?
I was planning to bring this up later in the video, but I figured it's better to address it before anyone gets too lost in the outrage. The discourse surrounding adult themes it's like really vague. Where is the line drawn of what's considered age appropriate? Oh my god, that sounds really bad, like I didn't mean it like that. Are we talking about gay men in booty shorts and a crop top? Like, is that what you're considering too outrageous and too sexual? If so, would you react the same way if you saw a girl in the streets any other day? Or is it more perverse because it's worn by a man? Or are you more worried about the people?
Spanking machine! Ouch!
You've probably seen the pictures of kids petting pups.
What the dog doing?
And even though my initial reactions to them would be disgust, because I'm gonna be honest, those puppyhoods are scary as hell. I was terrified of mascots as a kid, and those masks awakened a primal fear within me. But after some critical thinking, I can't really say that people losing their minds about it was warranted. I'm not saying that it's completely fine and like, yeah, no, the kids can hang out with the pups unsupervised. Believe me, I could ramble on for days about my concerns regarding developing minds, seeing and learning. Not age-appropriate stuff. That's not to shame anyone, but I would have to make a video going into more detail because it's quite complex.
Knowledge!
My issue with this conversation is that the
P word
is being thrown around or implied while discussing Kink at Pride, because not only is that downplaying actual CSA, but it's also extremely hypocritical, since any other time of the years the straights are exposing their kids to way worse stuff. F***ing ads of half-naked girls clearly meant to elicit a certain type of reaction, you know? Where anyone can see it. Like, have you walked past the f***ing Victoria's Secret store? I don't think I have, but I would imagine that their mannequins are wearing kinda revealing stuff, you know what I mean? Blatant sexual innuendos in cartoons.
Good night, everybody!
Magazines by the checkouts in a regular f***ing grocery store. I remember so clearly this magazine I saw every time I went to the store with my mom as a kid, because my sister and I would goof off like, look at naked chick flipping off the camera, funny, it's funny because we're not supposed to see that. Stuff like this happens all the time, but because it's not the gays doing it, no one even bats an eye. Whether this bias is subconscious or not, I can't help but be reminded of our our long history as LGBTQ people of being grouped in with pedophiles and groomers for no other reason than to stigmatize us, cause who would ever wanna defend a potential
Wet ass P word.
and we're not in pedophiles, you moron! A lot of this discussion regarding KINK at Pride goes hand in hand with respectability politics, and I'm sorry, but as you've probably noticed if you've watched my videos, I'm not about that at all. Unless you can make an actual argument that isn't, maybe they would respect you if you weren't being such a weirdo, or if you were nicer, or if you didn't get defensive when this random guy called you a predator. Then I don't care to change my approach. I'm sorry, it's just not reasonable to expect. Like, yeah, I understand that not everyone is as educated and knows all their political correct words. And generally speaking, I don't police language while speaking to your average person. I've been called a fucking hermaphrodite, but I didn't say anything about it and found it more amusing than anything, because it was very, very obvious that her heart was in the right place, and that's all that matters.
Being called a hermaphrodite was kinda everything.
But if you're gonna accuse me of being a predator, I'm sorry, but it should be common sense to not be calling someone that and expect a productive conversation. Fuck off, cunt. Fuck off. We don't have adult themes at Pride just for the sake of it and because we're simply sex-crazed pervs. You also have to consider our history and why we even celebrate Pride at all.
How many genders are there?
I don't know. I just got here.
Listen, if you go to a parade meant to celebrate sexual liberation and advocating for people to be able to sleep with whoever they want as long as it's a consenting adult, then you shouldn't be shocked when they're, let me check my notes. Oh yeah, celebrating sexual liberation, motherfucker. If you go to the circus, then you should be expecting clowns, you moron! As long as the clowns aren't cream pieing you, then it's all good. Hey! Keep your pants up, I didn't mean it like that.
Disgusting!
It is true that sex isn't all that us LGBTQ plus people are about. However, it's not like it's completely irrelevant. Like, I'm pretty sure we weren't discriminated against for simply holding hands in public. I think the straights were upsetty spaghetti because we were doing a little more than just holding hands in public. Wink, wink. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret.
I've taken time to do a little research to know what homosexuals do in the privacy of their bedroom.
Gay people were doing it up the bum! Yeah, up the bum!
Even poo-poo comes out. The other poo-poo is out, huh?
And the church didn't like that. They hated that people were participating in harmless sex acts with a consenting partner so much that they went out of their way to criminalize it, in fact.
We are making legislation to make sure that sodomy and homosexuality never sees the light of legality.
Ever heard of sodomy laws? It was actually illegal to participate in and oral sex. You know who participates in and oral sex? That's right, Satan. I mean the gays. Not Satan, the gays. Even though that's something straight couples do all the time now, it's more so associated with the gays, because the gays make do with their God-given equipment, you know?
One of the things they do is called anal leaking, where a man's anus is leaked like this by the other person.
What does this have to do with KINK at Pride, you might ask? Well, it has everything to do with KINK at Pride, because you could be the most vanilla gay person. You could be having sex at 9 o'clock with the lights off in the missionary position with your long-term partner, and then keep your hands over the covers for the rest of the night. But as a gay person, it had to be taken to the streets for you to be able to do what the straights have been doing every Tuesday at 9 o'clock with the lights off in the missionary position. 'Cause According to them, what we do is inherently dirty and deviant sexual practices.
Political beliefs.
Kill everyone now. Condone first-degree murder. Advocate cannibalism. Eat shit.
Maybe that is why a significant part of LGBTQ+ also belonged to the leather community, who actually played a big role in gay liberation. We have our rights because of leather daddies, drag queens and trans women of color. To then say that they don't belong at Pride would be like asking the birthday kid to not attend their own birthday party. Can we stop trying to throw out the leather-clad birthday kids and instead focus on the actual enemy? That's right, cops! Them. They don't belong at Pride. If they want to attend, they need to wear civilian clothing or a pop hood. Nothing but a pop hood. They can fit their guns up their loose rims since they've been riding the state.
Honestly, if I saw that damn thing in my
Pride
room, I'd stomp on it until it was a small brown stain.
Now, I understand that times have changed and appealing to tradition isn't the best argument. I too have some concerns regarding Pride and appropriate conduct, the same way I'm concerned about appropriate conduct at anime cons. I personally think we need to lock up anyone in a Deadpool cosplay because some people think that's an excuse to sexually harass strangers. No, dressing up as Deadpool doesn't mean you can squeeze someone's boobs. It doesn't work like that. It's possible to talk about inappropriate conduct without implying that LGBTQ+ people are predators. In fact, I don't think a lot of those people actually care about the children, because their outrage doesn't really seem genuine to me. If it's not an excuse to be homophobic, then it's someone trying to win brownie points. I know that's a huge generalization, and I don't mean that applies to everyone. Of course it doesn't. I'm just saying it's what it feels like. It's what it seems like to me.
That's my opinion!
Make your own damn video about it if you disagree, because I've had people in my comments being like, you're trying to silence me, like, motherfucker, I don't know who you are. I think the best solution wouldn't be to exclude the Kinksters, but rather have more Pride events. Come on, you can't tell me that wouldn't benefit everyone. It's like serving cake, but also having a gluten-free option. Like, it's more cake for the kids, the sex-repulsed aces, and everyone else. Also, because I know it's gonna be brought up in the comments, ace people belong at Pride and are valid, and that can coexist with saying that gay sex is a huge part of Pride. The same way gay sex isn't the norm, being completely or partly uninterested in sex isn't the norm either, and that's just why we're allied and celebrating our differences, because we don't fit society's norms. Go Aces! I love you guys, you're valid, I support you, you belong at Pride, whoa!
Baby, that's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woo!
Yeah, that's about all I had to say. Don't forget to like this video to feed the algorithm. And come on, it's Pride Month, you have to subscribe and turn on all notifications. It'd be a hate crime if you didn't. I'd report you to Mr. YouTube himself for being transphobic. Also, feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments, since I feel like some of you are gonna have different opinions. I would love to hear what you have to say, and I hope I didn't come off too stubborn. I mean, I am, but I'll 100% respect you if you don't call me the P word. If you'd rather answer a less controversial question, you should tell me what your favorite game is. Admittedly, I'm not a huge gamer, I suck at games. I really like Minecraft though. That's all. See you. Bye.